Hello everybody. This is the first of 4 videos that I'm going to be making that are going to guide you through what you need to know and how to solve the problems for quizzes 1 through 4 for Unit 6. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start into Quiz 1. Quiz 1 is 5x, number 1, sorry. Quiz 1 number 1 is 5x times 3x to the third. Whenever you're multiplying exponential terms together, you want to first multiply the prefixes together. And then when you multiply the variables together, you add the exponents. So x is x to the first, as we all know. X to the third, of course, is x to the third. So 5 times 3 is 15. And 1 plus 3, exponential 1, exponential 3 is 4. So that'd be x to the fourth. There's your first one. When you divide, you do just the opposite. Again, you will go ahead and divide the prefixes. Of course, x squared is just 1x squared, so 1 into 4 goes 4 times. And then x to the fourth divided by x squared is simply x to the 4 minus 2. So we're going to end up with, well, 4 divided by 1 is 4. And then x to the fourth divided by 2 is x to the 4 minus 2, which equals 4x squared. Sorry, terrible 2 there. There you go. Now down here on number 3, where you have a power taken to another power, like the squared taken to the third power, that third power is going to apply itself to every term here. So the third power applies itself not only to the x squared, but it also applies itself to the 6. So this is going to be 6 to the third power times x squared to the third power, which is simply 2 times 3. Well, 2 times 3 is 6. That's easy. So that's x to the 6th power. But then you got to figure out what 6 to the third power is. Well, that's 6 times 6 times 6. Well, 6 times 6 is 36. Times 6 again is 216. So you end up with 216x to the 6th power. Now, number 4 is a bit more complex, but not really. Because once again, this 3 is going to apply to every term in the parentheses. So it's going to be 3 to the third power times x squared to the third power, which is 2 times 3, and then y to the 0 power to the third power, which is 0 times 3, which of course is 0. So your next step here is going to be, okay, well, 3 to the third power is 3 times 3 is 9, and then 3 times 9 is 27. 2 times 3 here, the two exponents multiplied together, 2 times 3 is 6, so it's going to be x to the 6th power. And then y to the 0 power times 3, well, 0 times 3 is 0. And we know anything to the 0 power equals 1. So y to the 0 power times 3 is still y to the 0 power. Anything to the 0 power is 1, so you could say times 1. But why would you even bother? Because 1 times anything doesn't change the number. So your final answer is 27x to the 6th power. Well, that's it for quiz 1. If you have any questions, give me or any of your algebra teachers a call, and we can happily guide you through anything else that you might need to do.